Outside Nigeria, the newly elected leader of the United Kingdom's Conservative Party, Kemi Badenoch, has promised to hold the Labour government to account. In our acceptance speech, Ms. Badenoch promised to win back voters for the Conservatives after winning the party's leadership contest. The 44-year-old succeeds Rishi Sunak and is the first black woman to lead a major political party in the UK. She defeated Robert Jenrick by 12,418 votes after a marathon contest.
And I want to start by thanking Richard Fuller for his work as our party chairman since July. And also Bob Blackman as returning officer for this contest. You and your teams have done us all a great service. Thank you. But I also want to pay tribute to everyone in the Conservative Party who has been involved in this very long campaign. It has been an experience none of us candidates will ever forget. Thank you for hosting us in your communities, in your village halls, in your pubs, and in your homes. It is the most enormous honour to be elected to this role, to lead the party that I love, the party that has given me so much. I hope that I will be able to repay that debt.
Kemi Badenoch joined the Conservative Party in 2005 at the age of 25 and stood unsuccessfully for Parliament in 2010 and the London Assembly in 2012. She was elected to the London Assembly in 2015 and to Parliament in 2017. Joining me for more discussion on this is a geopolitical analyst, Bola Adediran. It's good to have you join us on the news. Very historic victory for Kemi Badenoch. And as she said, it's very historic for the party leadership also. The Tory leader has promised to win back voters who have deserted the Conservative and perhaps maybe take over government from the Labour Party. Do you think that's possible given the party policies and our background in politics?
Well, I think that she has no choice but to try and appeal to the large tranche of Conservative voters who have left the party in the last months and the last few years because of the very terrible job that Liz Truss, Rishi Sunak and the predecessors, Johnson, did. More than 40,000 Conservative voters have actually deregistered as members of the Conservative Party. So she does have a big job at hand to be able to convince those voters who have left the party. But I think that the more pressing issue that she needs to do now is also to unite the party amongst especially the MPs who should be working with. There are 121 MPs in the parliament at the moment, Tory MPs, and only 42 of them voted and supported Kemi Badenoch's candidacy. So she has an immediate task, which is to unite the MPs behind her agenda. And I think that she might be up to the task if there is anything we can see from at least the speech she gave earlier today.
Hopefully the Nigerian spirit will come to play here. The last election was devastating and, of course, humbling for the Conservatives. Do you think they now have what it takes, to hold the Labour Party accountable and floor the party during the next election?
Well, I'm not really sure about that. Unless Labour, self-immolate, unless the Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, does something absolutely ridiculous or very scandalous, the margin between Labour and the Conservative is so massive that I don't think the next general election cycle, Kemi Badenoch will be able to become Prime Minister. Well, it's still 5 years from now, so it's 2029, and a lot can happen. But from what we've seen generally in the past, in terms of how the trajectory of British policies has worked, it will kind of take a long time for the opposition to be able to sort of move, change that massive electoral majority that Labour currently holds. So yes, she's starting on a good note. She's going to try and unite MPs and the party's grassroots base. But I think that obtaining that majority is still a steep hill to climb for her.
Well, nevertheless, we're still proud of her as a country. Thank you so much, geopolitical analyst Bola Adeduro. Thank you so much for talking to us on TVC News at 10.
Thank you for having me.